This is Erica Lopez
and Ty Dickinson from the University of Oklahoma Weather Lab with your weekly regional forecast starting on Wednesday, April 5th, 2017.
A variety of temperatures will be present in the southern U.S. in the next week before above normal temperatures return. Most drought conditions in this region have gotten better in the last week. Outlooks for the month of April have also been published. Let us take a closer look in this week's podcast.
High temperatures in the next week will be variable across the south. Some parts of the region could see high temperatures around the 40s, while other parts could see mid-80s. Lows for most of the region will extend from the upper 30s to the upper 50s. Temperatures are expected to warm up for the western part of the southern region, with temperatures around the 70s and 80s. The eastern part of the region will then cool down in temperatures due to a cold front that will push through that region, causing temperatures to be around the 60s.
Looking at the 8 to 14-day temperatures, most of the U.S. has probabilities for above normal temperatures. The southeast and southwest have the highest probabilities at 50%. The rest of the South has a 40% probability except for South Central Texas, which only has a 33% probability. For perspective, normal temperatures for the South range for 60 degrees Fahrenheit through Oklahoma and through the Georgia-Tennessee border to 70 degrees in southern Texas and central Florida. The 40% probability for above normal temperatures extends into the northern plains and northeast. The only region having probabilities for below normal temperatures is the Pacific Northwest at 33 to 40%.
Taking a look at the drought monitor, dry conditions around the Houston metro have been moved north, and dry conditions in southern Mississippi have also lessened. Zooming into Oklahoma, the extreme drought on the Arkansas border has been downgraded to a severe drought, and other severe regions nearby have been broken up slightly since last week. The rest of the state remains mostly the same. For the month of April, NOAA's drought outlook has a persisting drought west of I-35 and drought improvements east of the interstate.
Panning east to the Georgia area, the extreme drought north of Atlanta is now completely out of Tennessee and North Carolina. Also, the extreme drought in the Birmingham metro has been downgraded to a severe drought. Dry regions have lessened in Tennessee between Nashville and Knoxville, but will have been added in the southern region and Georgia and Alabama. Any drought rating above dry in this region is forecasted to improve in April. Lastly, Florida has gotten worse in the last week. Dry regions have been added in the Panhandle, and the moderate drought now extends north of Orlando. NOAA's outlook for April has a persisting drought for the peninsula, with a drought development likely for the dry region between Orlando and Gainesville.
Precipitation accumulation in the next few days will be seen mostly in the eastern part of the region. This is because storms were forecast in the area Wednesday afternoon through Thursday morning, bringing up over an inch of rain for those regions. The rest of the region will see accumulations of less than half an inch over the next several days. Currently, the Storm Prediction Center has a 15% region for severe weather in southern Iowa, eastern Kansas, and northwest Missouri for Sunday. This will be something to monitor in the coming days.
Precipitation in the 8 to 14-day outlook is interesting. 33 to 40% probabilities for below normal precipitation are along the southern Atlantic seaboard and in the mid-Rockies in Colorado, Utah, and parts of Nevada, and California. Then just to the northwest of the below normal regions, in the mid-Rockies, there is a large 40% probability for above normal precipitation. 33 to 40% probabilities for above normal precipitation are also found following the Mississippi River, extending west into the Houston metro area in the south and into the Dakotas in the north.
The Climate Prediction Center has updated their outlooks for the month of April. Temperature-wise, the south central U.S. has a 50% probability of having above normal temperatures. A 40% probability covers the rest of the South and extends north into the Mid-Atlantic and Great Lakes regions. As we move into the northwest U.S., probabilities for above and below normal temperatures are equal, meaning about normal temperatures should be expected.
Looking at the precipitation outlook for the month of April, most of the CONUS should expect precipitation to be about normal. 33 to 40% probabilities for above normal precipitation are seen in the Pacific Northwest, the Northern Plains, and in parts of the South Central U.S. such as Louisiana and Mississippi.
3-month outlook has not yet been updated, so check out the March 22nd briefing for that outlook. In today's briefing, we discussed the drought outlook for April, but check out the March 22nd briefing for the outlook through the month of June. Also, check out NOAA's spring flood outlook in last week's podcast.
Once again, this has been your forecast brought to you by the University of Oklahoma Weather Lab, a top academic weather and research program in the United States and the partner of the Southern Climate Impacts Planning Program. Watch for your forecast Wednesdays on the Oklahoma Weather Lab channel on YouTube.